That was... I guess you've always been a fan of symbolism. She didn't even leave an address. Very irresponsible. Hey, it's a boy. Pardon? No time. Duck. Now. Well, what's going on? Are you okay? Do you need help? Healing? Yeah, something's coming. Something big. Your next show? What? No. There's no time. Duck. Is the ground... Is that the ocean? Are we underwater? Is everyone alright? I think so, yes. Phew, that was a close call. Could have been really dangerous. What just happened? Why is there water outside the tavern? I'd also like to know the answer to that question. I've got no clue. I was just outside by the woods drafting my newest song when the ground beneath my feet began to rumble. Not even a minute passed and it rumbled again. Then a wall of water came rushing toward me. I didn't even dare to wait. I ran immediately, looking for shelter. No way I was going to let my hagum get wet. These strings are made of real shibeen silk, and the body's ethereal bamboo is a rarity. That's the first thing going through your mind with a giant wave rushing right at you? Of course, this instrument is just as valuable as my hands. And just as versatile. Hey, that's a taken elf. Is everyone alright? Grace, dragons, you're alright. I was worried something had happened to you. Oh, don't worry. When the wall started rumbling, I hid under a table. Then I watched the water rush by the window. It was like a tsunami. But tsunamis are very rare, not impossible so far into the mainland. Right. It's so strange. Everything seems to be submerged out there. Wonder what could cause such a cataclysm. Worrying to say the least. And it's definitely too... I thought that was boy. And it's definitely too dangerous to go outside. Even the tavern is leaking. Don't worry. It'll withstand. Are you sure? I'm sure. I've gone through worse than this. The whole city being submerged underwater? You? It's gotten through worse than this. Wouldn't have thought it would withstand this sort of thing, but even more so glad it can. It seems to be simple yet very sturdy tavern after all. Just like you, innkeep. Are you flirting with the innkeeper? Ha! Me? No. Also, that's besides the point. Is it? Unless... I like to work my body. Helps in a lot of aspects. Can we get back to the point, please? Yeah, sure. The point. Right. Back to the point. You see exactly what happened? Not really. I was listening to the whistle of the wind in the treetops, writing down notes for my next song. When suddenly a horde of silver-crested deer rushed past me. Before they could trample over me, I jumped up on the rock I was sitting on and watched them gallop downhill. Then I saw water break through the canopies, snapping trees in half like they were shashilk skewers. I wasted no second. I turned on my heel, knowing I'd be done for if I waited just a moment longer. Then I was here and told you to duck. This sounds horrible. You alright? Are you hurt? Oh, I'm fine, thanks. And anyways, with whom do I have the pleasure? I'm Grace. Nice to meet you, Grace. I'm... Oh my, you're a voyage, aren't you? The Silver-tongued virtuoso. Yes, that would be me. My apologies. I didn't mean to push any boundaries. but I saw you perform at Dropstone Institute's campus at one time. I must say, you pulled on all my heartstrings with your beautiful performance. Oh, I did that. Yeah, I was awestruck what your music could do. It's like magic in its very own way. Music can be very soothing in moments of distress. Were you distressed back then? A little. I don't remember exactly why anymore, but I remember the emotion. Not more distressed I am right now. Hope Hex is safe and well. I'm sure he is. Shoot! You see that creature swim by? What? Where? It looked like a red-winged eel. Oh, haven't seen one of those in ages. Where is its natural habitat? Actually, the Twilight Chasm. Why is it here? Something isn't right. I'm afraid you might be correct. I'm also afraid. Very much so. I don't think it's safe to go outside. Of course not. You should all stay for the night. Would that be possible? Of course. Tavern will withstand this. And a bit of company wouldn't hurt. I agree. Thank you, Innkeeper. Say, you with the loot. What's your name? Fable. My name is Fable. You play? The lute, I mean. Sometimes. I'm still practicing and not all that good with it yet. I bet we play together. A song or two to lift our spirits and wait out the catastrophe going on outside. It's very untuned. Out of tune really quickly, but I guess that's a lute thing. I gotcha. Show it to me. I'll help you, and then we'll jam until the new dawn rises. Blub blub, sleep with the fishes. That's a very good achievement. Oh. Huh. That might be a problem. I think that's a problem right there. Oh well, start the day. It's Act 3, The Twilight Flood. Chapter 14, Rising Tides, 18th of the Astral Moon. Hey, it's Hex. How'd you get in here? Bryce. Is Bryce here? Good mythical morning to you too, Hex. This isn't funny, Innkeeper. Tell me, is she here? Please tell me she's here. Is there a little bit of a tear in your eye? You're a little bit panicked and frazzled, aren't you, Hex? Yeah, a little bit of tears. She is. I'll let her know you are too. Thank you. By the dragons, I was worried sick. So sick. She'll be happy to know you're safe and sound too. Flood was enormous. She gotten caught up in it. Oh, no. I won't even begin to imagine. Then don't. How about a drink to calm your nerves? Yeah. A drink sounds great. Something untangle my thoughts and help me focus. I'll see what I can do. Alright, now what are we serving up, Hex? Go for a silent owl. Drop a this, drop a that. And then top it with a little bit of this. Serve it up. Maybe this will help clear your mind. It does, at least a little bit. Thank you, Kate. Okay, now they're both here. Time for two very terrible Australian accents. Hicks, good to see you safe and well. You too. Where have you been? Are you alright? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. The innkeep and yesterday's superstars took good care of me. Yes, you took good care of us. The least we could have done was be there for each other. How have you been, brother dear? You get hurt? No, I was worried about you. Whole night, locked in that damned house. All I could think about was how the flood might have... I didn't tell me you're going to the tavern. I looked everywhere for you. Oh, sorry. Didn't know I needed your permission to go outside. It's not what I'm trying to say. Then what are you trying to say? That it could have gotten hurt, and I wouldn't have known. I don't expect a tsunami to hit Gaia every day. That wasn't in the foreseeable future, Hexy. Uncontrollable things happen. When they do, we do our best to overcome them. Also, I can protect myself quite well. Still, how was I supposed to know what you were safe? I'm an adult, you know. You could try trusting in my capabilities. Furthermore, PSAOR was very useful last semester. PSAOR? Protective sigils and other remedies. Ah. Also, the tavern itself is well protected by my own brand of sigils. Well, that's at least something. Yes. Well, I'm very thankful the innkeep and his tavern kept me safe. I didn't mean to worry you. I didn't plan on being gone for so long, but then the flood happened. Okay, sure. How have you been holding up? Is the house alright? Apart from some minor... English. Apart from some minor damage and some leakage in the roof, I suppose it's fine. I wasn't even aware of the approaching flood until the house foundation started trembling. I was busy in my workshop, harvesting the essence of Dimension 567 from my research. Hope you didn't rip a hole in the foible of magic again. I didn't. Even if I did, you couldn't stop me. You weren't there after all. Right. But I can scold you now. Yeah, you won't want to when you find out I actually managed to harvest something. You did? That's amazing. What a huge breakthrough. That would mean I created a teeny tiny rift to the astral realm and got my hands on some stardust. Well, sorta. How? I got an astral shard when the stars fell. Ah, I see. There's still the issue of never knowing exactly what might come through when you open these kinds of rifts. Could be anything or anyone. Like creatures. For example. That wouldn't be good. Yeah, it wouldn't. Because when your sister disappears again, you wouldn't know if she got eaten by a creature or she's out for a stroll. X, cut it out. What? We get it, alright? I went away, you were worried. We get it. I'm my own person, I can do what I like. I'm getting tired of this. Well, me too. Then stop. I don't want to fight. Then don't. Sorry. Yeah, it's fine. Shouldn't spend the time fighting when there are so many more interesting things going on. How about a wee bit of a distraction? Oh, we could go outside and see if we can take samples of the floodwater. Exactly. Who knows? Maybe it holds spectacular and rare magical properties. That sounds lit. It will help me finish my long-term research project. Possibly. But to access the primordial vortex, you need primordial seawater. I know. Who knows what we'll find? Don't forget to fill me on your research. Theoretically, I'd tell you anything, but only theoretically. Wouldn't have expected anything else. Thank you, Innkeep, for hosting me the night and all. See you soon. Got new information on Hex. Where is Hex in this book? There's Hex. Loves sister dearly, but their relationship seems strange. Praise her and adores her, and he's very worried about possibly losing her. At the same time, he's always risking his life looking for thrilling and dangerous spells, no concern for his own health. Hey! It's our superstars down for the morning once again. Good morning, you two. Did you sleep well? As well as we could with that sweet song of stormy waves pattering against our windows. So, very well and with inspiring dreams. Glad to hear that. Your impromptu concerts certainly helped me sleep. Because it was so boring? No, because it calmed my nerves. All of our nerves, I think. Not that I have any. You don't have nerves? Is that a phantasm thing? No, I meant those metaphorical nerves. Oh, you get those too? No, of course not. I'm Voy. Well, yeah, sometimes. Most when I have to perform. Isn't that embarrassing? Not really. That also makes me nervous. Oh, though. I have to say, last night performing with you for Grace and the innkeeper, it was kind of relaxing. I could just lose myself in the performance without having to worry about what anyone would think of me. Not that I ever do, but it was nice. We should make more music together sometime. Actually, Fable just got started on a new song. Maybe you can collaborate. Really? Oh, that would be awesome. Well, I actually... yeah, you're right. That would be awesome. I think working on it together could be fun. Hell yeah. Oh, sorry. Hooray! I'm looking forward to our grand collaboration. And charming you with it, innkeeper. Alright. You're supposed to say you're also looking forward to it. I am very much looking forward to it. Oh, that's what I thought. We're going to be cool together. The coolest. Too cool for me to describe. I already know we'll blow you away. I'm counting on it. Enough chit-chat. Check up on the village. Maybe someone needs a good song to cheer them up. I'm sure Baya would love one. I think Baya was probably cheered up by a good flood. But speaking of her, maybe you can hand out some of her spa coupons for me? Ah, sure thing. Her spa rocks. I'll start by enlightening Grace. Is she still here? No, she just left, together with Hex. Something about primordial water. Ah, those wizards. I'll try to catch up on them. See you soon. Don't finish the song without me, Fable. I'll wait for you. Can I get one of those coupons? Sure you can. Just be sure to tell Baya I sent you. Of course. What a strange morning. Or exciting morning? Both, I think. Would you like a morning drink? Yeah. Something that'll help me with writing my song, please. Imagine that'd be like a charisma one, yeah? Yep. Go with 1,000 wins. Just seems fitting. Need a little bit of this. Need 2 of these. 4 shots of vodka. A drink with 0 primordial water. Maybe. It does taste a little primordial and very delicious. Perfect. You know, last night when I couldn't sleep, I was watching the fish swimming by the window. Their scales kept reflecting in the water, making them shift and shimmer like they almost weren't there. I was mesmerized by them. like a dream that kept pulling me towards the waves. It was beautiful and haunting. Do you think it looks like that every day somewhere? That beautiful? And that haunting? I think any place we can imagine exists somewhere, if only in our heads. I'd like to see all those places. I don't think they're all safe to see. Hey! Fable, by the dragons, they're here. You alright? I am. The innkeep kept me safe. It's good to see you both are well too. Couldn't you have let us know you were breathing? We couldn't find you anywhere. I'm sorry, I just woke up. Were you guys worried about me? Maybe. Of course we were. Didn't even know if you could swim. I can. Can you? Of course. No. Oh, we should teach you sometime. Sure. Thank you for worrying about me, but I actually had a pretty nice night. Boy and I gave Grace and the innkeeper a small concert while we were all stuck inside. Oh, sad that we missed that. I can track down Void to give you guys an encore. That'd be nice. I'm sorry I didn't get around to picking you up. It's okay. I bet the roads were a bit busy. Yeah. It's a little tough getting out. Rufus loved it, though. Think he made some new friends. Seems that this catastrophe had some pleasant side effects. What happened anyway? Did a whale eat a moon this time? No idea what that's supposed to mean, but no. Or maybe. No idea how it happened. They say the primordial sea flooded the Twilight chasm. And it all spilled out through its portals into Fezua, leaving us with this mess. That's new. At least the other continents probably got through it without much trouble. For once, they can be less jealous of our portals. I do hope everyone is okay. Everyone we could check on is. Luckily for us, the water's drained enough to rescue everyone around here. But I heard the underwater hasn't emerged yet. Happy to see you all emerged. Mostly. What does that mean? Are you still looking for someone? Yes. I was wondering if Melly is here. She wasn't home when I checked on her. No, she didn't stop by yesterday. Nor today. Did you see her before that? Did she say where she'd be going? I'm afraid she hasn't been in since you returned from Zoford. The wizard Punk hasn't seen her either. Took a second to ask him when he almost broke down Kumo's door looking for Grace. Do we know if she can swim? I'm sure she can. And I'm sure she's just taken shelter elsewhere. You taught her how to hide well, after all. Maybe she's just putting that to good use. When I returned yesterday, I found Rufus eating out of a strange apparatus that dispenses food and water every couple hours. Like someone really smart set it up for him in their absence? Yes. He was gorging himself on some food, but Melly was nowhere to be found. Oh, that's worrying. Did she leave a note? No. I'm sure she's okay. Maybe ask Una. You probably put her up to something. I shall investigate that avenue. Right now. Fable, you be okay with moving our time? Time? You got an appointment or something? More like a date. Can't wait for that story. I'll tell you later. But, yeah. Yeah, we should move it. This isn't the kind of dancing in the rain I was hoping for. Me neither. Another time, then. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Me too. I hope she didn't try to investigate the fish. They'd eat her alive. Sounds a little more hopeful. The girl's savvy. I mean, look at that contraption she left behind. Ain't no fish got a chance against her. Being hopeful isn't really my thing. Then make it your thing. I'll let you know when I find her. Such a man of few words. A man of words. He's just worried. Uh-huh. Speaking of worries and words, Care, it's good to finally see you back. How was the escorting? Hope you didn't get too wet. It sure was something. Give me 1 second. My throat's going funky from switching up the vocals so much. It sure was something. Certainly have had enough of nobility for a while. Got any more details for me? Well, actually, this can wait a bit, right? Yes. Thanks for understanding. I'll be back later, once I can think more clearly. Still got some people I'd like to check up on. Fable, I'm guessing you'd like to check in with your family, too. Yeah, I'd like to make sure everyone's alright. Maybe Melly's with the Amaranthine Hydra. She really wanted to ask for tea recommendations. I'm counting on you returning with a good story. Will do. Got a good one for you. I'll see if I can drag Rhea and Fancy Pants along as well. Think they could use a drink. Speaking of which, got one for the road. Sure thing. Something strong to get you through all that socializing? You got it. I mean, I'm pretty sure for her, my usual thing I go for is the... yeah, Southern Brawler. Southern Brawler. Good to go. Here, the strongest thing I could brew up for you. Thanks. Miss these drinks a little. Oh, that's sweet. Don't dwell on it. Anyway, Fable, let's go. I'll be right there. I'm sure everybody will be okay in Keep, so don't you worry about it. And make sure to keep a hot chocolate warm for Melly. I'm sure she'd love one of those. I'll give it my best. I know you will. Don't swim out too far. We'll see. Waters are dangerous these days. What are you up to? Time to make sure I have enough ingredients for hot chocolate around, I guess. Hey, it's Uma. Good to see you're opening, Keep. And a good evening to you too, Una. Ha! Spare me the babbling. I'm glad you seem to be unharmed. I am, thanks to protective spells I put on the inn a while back. Works better than any insurance. What about you? Are you unharmed? I'm as good as new. Might be missing an arm, but that doesn't mean I forgot how to swim. It's easier than walking, actually. And breathing water instead of air was unexpectedly nice. These gills aren't just for decorative purposes. A little bit like home, you know. Water tastes different than that of the astral sea. More primordial, I might even say. Yeah, I figured. You don't seem to be very worried about it. Nah, whatever it is, none of my business now. I'm retired. And water also doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother you too much either, am I right? Since you're so close to... I knew you wouldn't forget. I might be old, but I'm not senile. Me neither. So you wouldn't call the primordial sea your home, then? I've inhabited a few planes already. My past doesn't define the word home for me anymore. But you're right. Primordial water doesn't do any harm to me. If I wanted to drown in it, I wouldn't be able to. Honestly, I'm more worried about my patrons than the inn itself. Hope everyone is safe and well. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about all your regulars. Adventurers are tough folk, and your drinks toughen them up even further. I have faith that you're right. But your tavern... Well, let's just say it's definitely seen better days. Nah, that's kind of an understatement. Looks like... Ouch. I've been working the whole day to clean up as much as I can. My condolences. Say, you ever talked to the Wizard of Moria? No. Sadly, I haven't had the pleasure. Ah, you should if you get the chance. He's always loved all kinds of spells and enchantments. Or the kind involving trickery, like puzzles and traps. But I'm sure he also knows a protective spell or two. I mean, he's protecting his wizard tower for quite some time now. Moria's moving trickster. I'll keep that in mind if I ever get to meet him. I suppose you're not just here to talk. How about a drink? Ha! You definitely have a way with customer service. How about a drink that'll wake my old muscles up so I can help you tidy up your tavern afterwards? Can't quite remember having asked for help. Ah, what's that? My old ear certainly can't understand what you're saying. How unfortunate. Maybe a strong drink would help. Alright, coming right up. Let's see, something strong for Una. I'll go for a sailor's courage. That just seems fitting for Una. Southern Bro. Wait. That's the wrong fucking drink. Actually, I think. There you go. A drink. Powerful like the astral sea. Wonderful. I consumed enough primordial water to last me weeks. And? Yeah, it doesn't taste exactly like home, but the hint of elemental magic revives some old memories. I gotta say, you definitely know your craft. Thank you. Can I maybe convince you to just relax and let me do my work? You'd like that, wouldn't you? Forget it. Let's clean this messy tavern. If you insist. Before I forget, all that water swept some animal rains into my pockets. I don't really know where they came from, and I don't feel any kind of astral energy coming from them. So I assume they're either Gaian or primordial. Before I stab myself with them while cleaning, I want to check if you have any use for them. Stab? Yeah, they're surprisingly sharp. Now I'm curious. Let me see. You're so easy. Saberfang. Thank you, Una. Might not be primordial, but I think I know just what to do with them. Hey. They give a +2 speed and sword, but they lose a little bit on charisma. Pretty nice. These Saberfang tips from the special fangs of the colossal saber-toothed tigers from the Forbidden Valley. You lose them bi-yearly and regrow them at remarkable speeds. Good to know. You gonna spice up some drinks? Maybe. Can't wait to try 'em then. And now, let's spice up this old rusty tavern. Hey, it's the whole crew back. Oi, innkeep. Rhea. Innkeep. Care. Greetings, innkeeper. Hello, Archie. I came to tell... Ah, jeez. My throat is not holding up for any of the voices I have to do for these three. Finally came to tell you the tale of tales. Told you we'd be back with a good one, didn't I? Indeed. It's a thrilling story, be certain. That being said, luckily you got some thrilling stories to tell yourself. None thrill me as much as yours will. Well, brought me one question still. Shoot. Who's that granny on your roof? Ah, an old friend of mine. She's helped me tidy up the tavern after the flood. He's a really nice friend, then. I suppose so. I didn't know she was on the roof. Are a lot of tiles missing? Half of them? About a quarter. Just a few, actually. That's not particularly conclusive, but I trust Una and her abilities. Sometimes. Closing your eyes is the reason you'll run to the edge of a blade someday. Or not, if I'm lucky. If. Did the flood hit you as well? You bet. I had to hold on to Rhea for a quick second there, or else she would have been swept away like a twig. Ah, had your wished. What the fuck does that mean? We had just passed Themis when it happened. Luckily, there were 2 carriages nearby, wedged between sturdy trees and a large boulder. We managed to pull ourselves out of the raging waters into those carriages. Like the dragons, could have gone south real quick. And your tavern looks a wee bit wet as well. It is. I'm working non-stop to clean it up. That's not good. Working non-stop? Comes being self-employed, I get. No, I mean the flood. Never heard of a flood that massive, but all the way from Themis to Zenith. You're right. Certainly aren't that close to the sea. Themis maybe, but not your end. It's all still very recent. I'll have to wait until we know the true extent of it. Back to your story. How's the journey to Daria? How did you manage with the flood? The journey to Daria itself was uneventful, but venturing into the Darian capital all the more so. As for the flood, it didn't really bother us until we arrived back on the mainland. I think we should tell the story chronologically and make it a bit easier to digest. Thank you, Archie. Alright then, go ahead. Me? Yeah, you're good at telling stories after all. You think so? Aye. Alright, so, listen closely. What's about to unfold is a story as terrifying as it is heroic. Here we go. It was midnight and the moon was standing high. The 3 adventurers assembled at their meeting point. Didn't know we were taking this card here along. Was a surprise. A pleasant one, I hope. Having one party member more than anticipated was at least more pleasant than surprise that lay ahead. Now I'm intrigued. So, accustomed to the pleasant surprise, we ventured to Theodore's abode in Themis. Very fancy. Very expensive. Don't think I've ever seen such a posh pit before. 3 stories tall. For one person. To be fair, one person, a lot of staff. Like cooks, maids, and a gardener. For a holiday residence. Even worse. I'd very much appreciate it if we didn't judge people based on their amount of wealth. Or their lack thereof. Exactly. So, we're at this holiday residence in Themis. Right. We approached the gates and rang the bell. The fog was creeping up around the house, like it was pressuring us to go in. A man in a black suit opened the gate, and with a deep and raspy voice said, "State your business, please." Some sort of butler told him, "Listen up, clown, you are our business." Which wasn't very polite. No one asked you. Maybe you should have. They wouldn't have thought we were bandits. Well, we got that cleared up, didn't we? Because I introduced myself quickly when I saw some guards already approaching. I introduced myself as Gustav Archibald Richmond III. Knowing my family and the childhood friendship that Theo and I have fostered for over 2 decades, Butler relax and let us through. You know what's funny, Innkeep? What? The other lad was also a third. Born in the same generation, both a third of our names. Perhaps that's why we were destined to be friends, just like our fathers and their fathers were. Theodore Hugo Frederick Sinclair III is his full name. No one called him that. We called him Theodore. Or Theo. Either way, we had rang him out of his sleep, so he wasn't all that amused to see us. Then he laid eyes upon you, Ginger. Never seen a gaze light up so fast. What do you mean? He was happy to see you, that's all. Oh, well, I'm always happy to see him. So, when we caught sight of each other, all violent tensions were blown away. And others were created. I found our visit very peaceful. Yeah. Theo's a polite lad, offered us tea and biscuits while we waited for him to pack his things. Not a fan of tea? No. There's a method to bribe you, that's all. Get him on your good side and throw you off a cliff. I'd like to disagree. Hospitality is not bribing. Also, no one threw you off a cliff. Metaphorically. He is the reason we almost died, though. Car, you don't need to blame the customer. Instances like that are the reason they need help. Right. It will all make sense when we get there. So, after Theo packed his things, we made our way to Winmore at sunrise. From there we took a ship. A brig, just for us. A whole crew for a diplomat. Safety is important for a politician. The food was great, to say the least. At least. We had to take the ship as you might be aware, Innkeeper, the bridge connecting Dyria and the mainland was destroyed. I recall. So, the ship we took brought us to Twinborough and not to Amasa itself. Why was that? Apparently the debris from the bridge is a safety hazard for passing ships. And if there was one thing we didn't need, it was distress at sea. We were lucky with the weather. The sea stayed calm, even with a thunderstorm right behind us. And the mood on the ship was jolly. Theo entertained us with the stories of old. Oh, he's a great storyteller. I wonder where he gets all those thrilling narratives from. Actually, I suppose he still reads a lot. We used to read together when we were younger. We'd read the same book, but always one chapter at a time, before giving it to the other to read the same chapter. That way I felt as though we were reading together. He was always so imaginative. Still is. So, we weren't bored a bit before we reached shore. Yeah, you're not so bad yourself with your stories, lad. I'm glad you liked them. Already working on the story about you two. The Claw of Erove and the Hammer of... Justice? Ray of Frostgrip. The Hammer of Justice. No. Ray of Frostgrip. The Hammer of Executive Force. Yeah. Executive Force. That's just a fucking, like, CEO term for, like, a bodyguard. Fantasy bodyguard. Keep working on it, lad. You're getting there. The story. Can we continue? Of course. We arrived at Twinborough in the late afternoon. The sun was already setting on the horizon, tinting the world in colours of purple. At that point, none of us could have imagined the world would be tinted in red soon enough. Red like the sunrise or red like blood? Mm. We got off the ship and after a short break in Twinborough, made our way to Amasa. We got about 2/3 of the way there without any issues, until darkness settled around us. Type of darkness that creeps up on you like an airy mist. Type of darkness that chokes all noise out of the world. You know something's going on if you hear nothing. No birds, no crickets, no wind. Just dead silence. Didn't even realize until Kara pulled me aside and pointed it out. Just as I was explaining it to her, my ears perked up. Far away, I heard some low, humming sounds. Didn't hear 'em myself. I thought you were making it up. Imagining noises in the dark to make up for the absence of light. Sometimes the brain does things like that. It was so silent, except for all that humming. I started getting this weird feeling in my guts. Like a sixth sense? Like that, yeah. Don't know if it's the genes or the experience. At some point you start feeling when something shifts and things ain't as they should be. Gotcha. Either way, I hear the humming and it's not long before it turns into a growling. It's when I heard it too. Deep. Guttural. I saw silhouettes in the woods, left and right. Their eyes reflected our torchlight eerily. I huddled closer to Theo to protect him. Soon we were surrounded by a knot of zombies. A lot of them everywhere. They were moaning and groaning and so ready to feast on us. I grasped Theo's hand, had to hold on to something. I had to act fast. Already seen us and were surrounding us, so running away wasn't an option. Clearly, we had to fight our way through, so I readied my sword. It wasn't far till Amasa. I felt sturdy as a rock, like nothing could harm me. I needed to ensure the same for Rhea, Archie, and Theodore. So I reached into the powers of your drink. The woman stopped walking abruptly while these beasts were approaching us. I drew my hammer, just in case. I heard her mumble words I didn't understand. Enhanced by that citron you put in our drinks, I called upon my Baba, asking for guidance. Never had much business with dragons, but she had. Hoped if I reached out, she could lend me some of that. Never felt so close to her before. Not even when I buried that chimera. The zombies approached, pressing closer against our dim torchlight. And suddenly a shield of light burst out of her sword, engulfing us, and pushing the zombies away in an eruption of divine force. The light of radiant gold all around us, shimmering softly. I didn't waste any more time and kept going. Honestly, I barely know what I did myself. It's all a haze. Luckily, it seems the undead are like pack animals, at least for the most part. Made all the slashing a bit easier. She pushed forward, cutting through the zombies one by one, the rest of us at her heels. But it seemed like a bottomless pit, and more came rushing towards us. The traveling shield blocked most of them, but eventually it began to crack. Fair enough, after a bunch of steady, forceful impacts, anything breaks. Well, I made sure to push the undead back with my hammer. Meanwhile, Theodore seemed scared. He told me he wished it was just another assassination attempt instead. At least then the foes would have been alive. I was just as terrified, but I did my best to keep him safe. Then he tripped and fell. I tried to catch him, but he pulled me down with him. Kaelin was so focused on getting through the ambush that she pressed on. We fell behind, leaving the shimmering shield's presence. Darkness enclosed us, and we caught the attention of the zombies, who began cornering us. I couldn't let us die, so I called out for Rhea. By then I already noticed they were gone, so I called out to Carolyn and headed back to the lads. I smashed every undead head that dared to come close, and Archie, I don't know, had it in you, lad. Well, it was out of necessity. What happened? One of the zombies grabbed Theo's leg and attempted to drag him away from me. But I got up, drew my rapier, and poked the thing right through the eye. It dropped to the ground like a wet towel. Fascinating. A little. When I heard Rhea, I hurled around. They were all by themselves in the distance, almost dying because someone didn't watch their feet. Easy care. Accidents happen. Accidents kill people. Obviously, I couldn't let that happen, so I rushed back. We lost all of our previous advantages, more came flooding in by the second. Not wanting to waste any more time, I pulled Theodore up by his collar and threw him over my shoulder. I wasn't risking any more accidents. Of course, he didn't like that. Later, he said it was invading his personal space. I told him I could have let him die instead. Which maybe wasn't the right response, I guess. Shortly afterwards, we reached the gates of Amasa. The gods came to our aid and helped ward off the zombies. Kellen set Theo down, and I helped him inside the safe borders of the city. The horrors were over, and thanks to Kellen and Rhea, we'd reached our destination. And to you, kid. On to you, kid. Yeah, suppose didn't do too bad for the job. Yes, stars in his eyes, he's so proud. Theo was beyond thankful. Even though he wasn't amused by being thrown over Kellen's shoulder, he understood that she saved his life. He was so impressed he said he would make for a great story. He even started on a first draft. But after the fight, he felt really inspired to sort the conflict between Dyria and the mainland. So, he'll probably have no time to finish it, and he decided to give the manuscript to me. He said he always liked when I told him stories, and he'd love to hear this tale in my words. I promised him I'd write something up the next time we see each other. Man, I'm starting to get tired. I promised him I'd write something up the next time we see each other. Still a better love story than that one romance book. I love the shade. You mean the one with the vampires? Yeah. I thought it was going to be a love story. I was talking about you two lovebirds. Me? And Theo? We're just some friends. Sure you are. All the way, brought him to his destination in the city, had some tea, started making our way back by noon. We checked out some tourist traps. Their tricks don't work if you know what you're up against. I bought the mug. Yeah, sure did. But I already have more than enough mugs at home, so I want you to have it. To always remember our heroic adventure. I would love to. I'm an avid keepsake collector. Splendid. Number one innkeeper. Anyways. Afterwards, we had some tea and made our way back by noon. Once we arrived back on the mainland, the flood hit like it had been waiting for us. I can still feel the cold water clinging to my bones. Speaking of, I'll freshen up a bit, so I have mud in my shoes. And then maybe I'll continue with the rest of the story. Of course. Take your time. Now it's just us. Indeed. That kid is so green behind the ears. Weren't we all? Can I offer either of you a drink? After a journey like this one, I could use something that tastes like rocks and regenerates my stamina. Coming right up. Tastes like rocks. I think you're looking for a steel tonic. Yeah, might as well throw in these new tooth. I'll try the fancy new thing. Oh, wait. That's the wrong stuff. Again, too much. Man, you think I've been drinking the way I'm pouring these drinks tonight. Steel tonic. Order up. Thanks, Innkeep. Much needed. You're welcome. Yeah. Let's talk about your extraordinary fighting skills. Gotta say, really impressed with how you decimated those zombies. Takes a good beast slayer to know one. Nah, I'm more the general fighting type, you know? And I always appreciate 2 strong hands. Such a well-crafted greatsword on top of that. Happy to see you appreciate solid craftsmanship. It was a gift from my baba. She told me the great dragons themselves gifted it to her, but I don't know if that's true. Could be. You went against a Chimera after all. You might be onto something there. You ever heard of the great axe of Most powerful weapon ever, forged by the origin of this world themselves. You bet. You think it really exists? I mean, my baba loved to tell stories. If her sword was made by the dragons, maybe Ur's great axe is also more than just a myth. Dwarves have their origin in the subterranean caves, you know, on the plane of Ur. I grew up in a labyrinth of caves, surrounded by gems and ores, legends and tales. I mean, I haven't seen it with my own 2 eyes yet, but I'm convinced a legendary weapon exists. I'll bet it's so large I probably wouldn't even recognize it as an axe. I've heard Ur keeps it in their resting place at all times. Yeah, not so far no one has found that yet. And hopefully no one ever has to. What do you mean? You know the tale. If someone was to wake Ur up, the apocalypse would begin. But that's just an old tale, right? Something you tell kids that don't want to eat their food. You know, eat up or Ur will awaken. Questionable parenting techniques, if you ask me. Yeah, I gotta hear that a few times when I was still a wee bairn. All those tales ever did was make me want to craft a legendary weapon myself. Have you ever made something like it? Not yet, but I will soon. I'll make the greatest weapon ever forged and smash this year's Orhart blacksmithing competition to bits. I'll outcraft my ex-husband with ease, that ex-husband. Yeah, used to work together. Now he claims I wouldn't stand a chance without him. I'll prove him wrong. Anyways, Innkeep, care? I think it's getting quite late. It's been an exhausting week. Absolutely agreed. Let's get some rest. And then look for another quest elsewhere to afford me crafting materials. Good night, you two. Good night, Care. Night, Innkeep.